Welcome to 2024, the new year, the new me, and the new Stark Varg.
Phone started jumping, what a day.
Actually, it got delayed again.
No, no, no.
Now, in my last Stark Varg video, I stated that I had a delivery date of November 30th, 2023. And that date came and went, and nothing. So I logged on to check my order, see if the status had updated or if I could get any sort of information on what's going on. And my new delivery date was February 15th, 2024. About 768 days of waiting from the original $100 deposit. And quite frankly, I'm not gonna wait that long or spend that much money. So I decided to cancel the order. Now that doesn't mean it's not a good bike or a great manufacturer. I just think I'm gonna be sticking to more reputable brands. And quite honestly, electric bikes are gonna be taking over this world rather soon. And I'd rather have something with a little bit more soul, and especially with some of the options that are out there. I mean, you can't complain, even with a good deal. And, well, quite frankly, for the price, you can find a lot of other really great bikes that you can buy right now on the showroom floor. But that doesn't mean Stark hasn't had their accomplishments. I mean, take, for example, the Summer X Games.
It's Josh Sheed coming in for a second final attempt.
Big no-hander and smoother that time, much smoother.
And even Teddy blah, 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 with hard enduro. I mean, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. They've also been able to get this bike in the hands of a lot of influential people and people on YouTube and a lot of famous riders like Travis Pastrana to actually take one for a rip. So there's got to be some form of accreditation to the brand. I mean, they build apparently a good bike. I mean, 80 horsepower in a dirt bike, I don't even think that thing makes 80 horsepower. And now, even back in the day when I was still holding on to the order and I still had the thoughts of creating content around that bike and riding it, I never really saw one in person until I went to the track day and I met their national sales rep and got to see one for the first time. He was actually riding on the track that day and I learned some things. And to be quite honest, sitting on the bike, touching the bike, maybe even riding it around the parking lot a little bit, I wasn't impressed. Now that being said, I am no professional motocross rider or even motorcycle rider in that, but I'm just like everybody else. And quite frankly, it was cool, but it didn't give me the wow, it didn't give me the butterflies, it didn't give me the holy crap, this thing is awesome like a two-stroke would. So then it got me sort of thinking, if you're going to continue to delay, if you're going to be $13,000, if you're going to basically have one servicing dealer about an hour and a half away from me, then maybe I'll buy a brand new KTM 300 SX. At least I know I can somewhat work on it. I get it fuel injection, but still it's nuts and bolts. I don't know how to do batteries. I'm terrible with electronics. Hell, I'm just surprised I can operate a frickin' camera. But then there's so many other options out on Facebook Marketplace. I could get a 2001 Honda CR250 two-stroke for $4 grand, fully restored. I mean, absolute beautiful machine. Or I could go to the route of, what if I buy a dirt bike for $3 grand, start fixing it up, or put more work into it because I'm just gonna go out and yeet the thing anyway, and then buy another street bike. And it kind of started down this road of possibilities of so many other things. But then again, I will be missing out on the no servicing, no fuel, really pretty easy to work on apparently, and nothing to go wrong. Do you remember the Ducati video when I said first generation of anything typically is where you are the guinea pig, you don't know what's happening. You kind of get the brunt of a manufacturer that puts this together, tests it, does as much as they can, but then releases it to market and says, yeah, figure it out. First generation is usually the worst, and they need to figure out all the kinks. Well, I've given them essentially 786 days, or what, 3 years to work out those kinks, and I still got nothing. And that's really when the time discussion got me. If I barely have enough time to ride that, then what makes you think, or me think, that I'm gonna have enough time to load up a bike on a trailer, drive somewhere on the weekend, or actually I don't have weekends because I have my daughter. During the week, I gotta work, to ride, to all in all I'm doing is complaining. At the end of the day, I'm sure it's a great bike. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun product. I love watching all the content out there. But for me, I think 2 bikes for the price of 1 is a much better idea. And now you say, but what bikes? What are they gonna be? I don't know yet. I definitely want to get some sort of dirt bike to mess around with. I think that'd be cool, even with limited amount of times. And if I ride it 2 or 3 times a year and only spend, what, $3,500 on it, I'm much more okay with that. And then I kind of want a little bit bigger of a street bike. Give me a little more power. Honestly, the Aprilia Tuono V4 Factory looks pretty darn good. And I tell you what, if I can find one in that 2017, 2018 year for what, $8,500, $9,000? Right there, 2 bikes together is the price of a Stark Varg. And that's twice as much fun to add 3 bikes to the stable. But that means more servicings, more oil changes, more tires. I mean, all the fun stuff, but something to consider. And I guess really to close this video, I kind of wish that I didn't order the Varg in the first place. I kind of wish I didn't fall into the hype. I kind of wish that I focused more on, that secondary bike option of a cheaper alternative, or kind of going the route of back to 2-stroke. But we live and we learn, and I thank you for watching along the journey, and I guess until next time, stay tuned for what I get. And remember, keep riding.
They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex, but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all, I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it now, I can't afford to wait.